Morning, everybody. Just getting on Campionato here. Talk about what's on my mind. As you know, Roberto Mancini, he resigned yesterday from the Italian national team. And I can't say that I'm disappointed. I was willing to give him another chance after the World Cup debacle, because he had helped us get the team to win the Euro Cup, which is a trophy that is, eluded us for a long time. And so I thank Mr. Mancini for that. And, I'm not so upset that he is gone, but I wanted to give him another chance after the World Cup. And honestly, to tell you the truth, the team has been playing, it hasn't been playing good. So anyways, we wish Mr. Mancini the best, and we'll see who the next coach is. I'm hoping that Luciano Spalletti gets a chance at coaching this team, because I think he has enough experience, and he's coached at big clubs, and his Napoli team, they played fantastic last year. So I would like to see him get a chance. I don't want to see Antonio Conte, because I think that he's not a long-term solution. We need stability. We need somebody that is going to we need somebody that's going to stay there for 4, 5, 6, 7 years to stabilize the national team and help give their ideas for the youth, and to help develop the best player that we could in Italy. And I don't know that Conte would be that guy. He is been hopping around for many different clubs, and I'm not interested. But who knows? We'll see what the Italian Football Federation does. But I mean, why Mancini left? I don't know. I think it's a combination. We really probably will never know. But for those that follow the Italian national team, you can't deny that after the Euro Cup triumph, even towards the end of the triumph, the team was becoming very stagnant. I don't know if it's because other teams have been figuring them out, what they're trying to do, but the team became stagnant. And, and then in the World Cup qualifiers thereafter, it just was not good. They couldn't score a goal, and so I think, the course with the Mancini had run its part. And also I think that Saudi Arabia, I saw a report last night that, Mancini has an offer, to coach the Saudi Arabian national team. I think maybe something like that came into play too. So, Mancini, he may have, wanted to stay there to try to right the ship. But when this offer came in, he probably, waited and said, you know what? I want to get this money, and this team hasn't been playing that good, so let me get this money and give somebody else a shot with the Italian national team. And I'm not saying this is what happened, but it's not, I'm just speculating. But so anyways, we'll see what happens with the Italian national team. It's very bad timing. I mean, we're in the middle of August over here, 2023, and we have some important qualifiers coming up very shortly against Ukraine and England, and we need to win those games. And we need to get a coach and somebody that knows the Italian player and the players around the Serie A and those that are foreign, and get this ship, righted. As of late, I haven't been a big fan of Carlo Ancelotti. I really haven't, especially after last year, him losing to, Manchester City the way he did. I really haven't been that big of a fan lately, because he has, all these players, and you lose like that, and you have this budget, and you lose like that, and it seems like he's less reluctant to, coach an Italian team or, be involved with Italian football. I mean, he's going to coach the Brazilian national team. He's been in Spain. He's been in Everton in England. Yeah, he was at Napoli, and he had a disagreement with De Laurentiis, and they ended up parting ways. But as much as, I'm not too crazy about him recently, I also wouldn't have mind him taking over as the coach, because I feel like it's kind of like time for him to do an international job. I mean, he's been around club football forever, playing and coaching. He's been around club football, coaching and stuff for the past 25, 30 years. So it seemed I would have been okay with that move too. But, he's already signed up for Brazil, and he's coaching Real Madrid right now. So I don't think that's going to happen. But, back on this, Saudi Arabia, with Mancini, they're really blowing up the market. I think I've said it before that with all this money and these salaries and stuff like that, coming in, it's almost like it's inevitable that, these teams in Saudi Arabia or even the MLS, I mean, the MLS isn't splurging money like Saudi Arabia, but money makes the world go around. If these organizations keep getting bigger, and spending all this money, then it almost seems like it's inevitable that they will be the leaders in the world, Saudi Arabia and MLS. I don't think that's in the near future, but another 50, 60 years, long after my days, maybe. So it's just getting out of control with this, with these player salaries and everything. I mean, and, you heard these reports about Mancini. Now you're hearing about Neymar, 90 million euros to PSG. All these players went there. Ronaldo, Milinkovic, Savic. You got a bunch of players from the Premier League, Firmino, that guy Mahrez, Koulibaly. These guys are not messing around. And the MLS is not doing anything remotely close to that. They're more conservative. Once in a while, the MLS, I know they got Messi, but, who else have they gotten? Like the Saudi league, they're spending money like nothing. And compared to the MLS, there is no comparison. They got, all these players going over there. I mean, Brozovic, and I think that, that I don't know if this Saudi league is going to become the next, most powerful league in the world. I really, right now don't have any interest in watching it. I don't care that those players are there. I believe in the history of the sport and, earning what you get. And it seems like they just have so much money. They're trying to, buy everything, and buy the sport. And maybe they will end up succeeding. But, I believe in the history of the sport. And, I think that this influx of money and all these players being bought, I don't think, I think it impacts obviously all the leagues around the world, but I think it impacts more the leagues that spend more money, like for example the Premier League. Because if you look, and I could be wrong because I haven't checked the statistics, but if you look at the Premier League teams, especially the biggest ones, most of the players, they're not, like, it doesn't seem like they're homegrown players that got developed through the Premier League. They're mostly, players that, they got developed somewhere, or they had a success somewhere else and they buy them. So the way I see it is, if Saudi Arabia is doing the same thing, then it's going to hurt a league like the Premier League more, not necessarily a league like the German league, or even, the La Liga or the Serie A, because aside from maybe one or two teams, a lot of those teams, they're, buying players, they're developing players, and finding talents and developing them further, and then selling them for profits to these other clubs. So anyways, I just wanted to come on and tell you what's on my mind. I'll post this on my YouTube page and put a post on Instagram if you guys want to watch it. Have a good day. See you. Bye.